Alright, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be discussing the 2016 Colorado. I've owned this truck and put about 40,000 miles on it. We're going to discuss some of the things I like and some of the things I don't like. We're going to load my 1969 Camaro on it and we're going to pull it, and we'll show you how it does while we're pulling it. That'll equal to be about 5,000 pounds with this trailer that we have on the back. Anyway, I'm going to step inside right now and show you some of the things that I don't like about it. One thing that I don't like about it is this front seat. It seems like it's too much of an angle. If I wish it sit a little flatter, it'd be a little bit more comfortable. That's one thing that I don't like about it. The other thing I don't like about it is every time I get inside this truck, I hit this light switch right here with my knee. Now if I'm careful, you know, I won't do it, but that's one of the things that really bothers me about this truck. Another thing I don't like about it, I mean, it does ride a little bit stiff without a load on it, or you don't have, it's not full of people. I mean, that's not really a bad thing. It is a truck and it shouldn't ride like a Cadillac. But anyway, that was one of the things I noticed. As we get in here inside the truck, I wanted to show you a few things. The Infotainment Center is nice. Also, it has some good features on here that you might like. You can see that in 12,000 miles that I got 22.2 miles to the gallon, which I think is fantastic. Shows you how many, I just filled it up and says 450 miles. I think on average they say it's about 350 the truck will get. It gives you how much oil, you know, it's how life is remaining on your oil. And then another thing I really like is the pressure. It shows all 4 tires and it gives a PSI, which is nice. It's not just going to give you a light in case you have a low tire. Shows your pressure, PSI on your oil. Gives you your transmission fluid, which is great. And that's kind of some of the things that I really like. I leave it on the, there's a lot more things that are on here, but I just want to show you a few things. The one thing I do like too is the stereo system is nice. Just punch that, it goes right to audio. You want to make a phone call, it's right there. You push the voice right here and it'll go right to your phone and pick, you just choose someone you want to call and it calls them right up. The AC system works like a champ down here in Phoenix. When it gets 115 degrees outside, it really works good. I mean, you have to kind of turn it down after a while because it gets so cold. The other thing I like right here is this tow haul mode. That thing is awesome. And when you're pulling, which I'm going to show you how well this truck pulls, it's been really surprising to me how well it does pull. So we'll go over that. One thing I do like too is the shifter. The shifter's really nice. It has a cup holder and place to put your phone. It has a USB port down there, which is nice. Also has some plug-ins in case you have a laptop you want to charge up. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and load this trailer up. And I kind of want to show you back here, which is kind of cool. Has places for the chains, which most of them do when you have a tow package. One thing I really do love is this little camera right here. Because when you're backing up and you're trying to hook up your trailer, it's perfect. I mean, it gets right there and you won't have a problem doing that. So we'll load up that car and we'll get started. Alright, we got the Camaro loader. We're ready to get started here. I'm going to go ahead and put it in tow haul mode. Push this button right here. And that puts it in tow haul mode, and what it does is it, as the engine revs up, it keeps it a little bit higher so you have better shifting points so the engine doesn't bog down. What we're going to do is we're going to pull this. We're going to do a complete stop, and then we're going to go 0 to 60 to show you how fast we can get there 0 to 60. This is about 5,000 pounds on this Colorado. When it's empty, there isn't a Toyota that I haven't beat that's tried to race me, especially those TDR Pros. They think they're fast, but I guess are a little underpowered. I'm not sure what the problem is with them, but they don't seem to be able to keep up with this Colorado. I've also raced 5.7 Hemis, you know, full-size trucks, and we beat those. I did lose to a newer Hemi with the 390 horsepower. He beat me, but it was a pretty close race. Not that this is a race truck, but the acceleration is really good on it. This 3.6 liter engine runs really smooth. This is a 6-speed transmission. It's not the 8-speed. You can tell I'm not struggling to pull this car right now. We're just going down the road real smooth. It brakes. I don't even have any trailer brakes on this thing right now, which is probably not very safe, but it seems to work fine. But I wouldn't recommend it if you're going on a long trip to use that. You definitely need to get some trailer brakes. Just cruising down the road right now, and you can hear the engine. It's shifting nice. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the camera on the instrument cluster when we do this 0 to 60 time, and I'll show you how long it takes. And it doesn't really struggle like right now pulling it. It's really not a problem. It's really smooth. It rides good. I know you may not be able to tell from the camera. We're doing about 50 miles an hour right now, and just cruising down the road, almost like we don't have anything in the back there. I've had diesel trucks. I've had many different kinds of trucks, and I was really shocked the first time I pulled this how well it did. I have a Durango with a 5.7 liter in it, and I got that because I didn't think this truck would be able to pull very well, but I was wrong. This truck pulls really well, and like I say, I was really shocked at how well it did. So if you're thinking about getting one of these trucks, I highly recommend that you get one. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, when they first came out, this truck, I really wanted one, but I just didn't have the money to spend, you know, $35,000 to get one. So I waited a couple years, and I got one. So this truck right now has 48,552 miles on it, and you know, I got it when it had 12,000 miles. We haven't had any problems with it. Shifts great, runs good. This is a real review. So I just want you to know that I'm very satisfied with this truck. Would I make this purchase again? Absolutely. It's one of the best trucks I've owned. So that's my review on it. We're going to do 0 to 60 times, and we'll show you how it goes. Alright, you can see we're stopped at a stoplight right now. We have this truck next to us. He thinks he's probably going to be able to outdo us, but I don't think so. This truck pulls pretty good. We'll see how it does against this big truck loaded with supplies. I'm going to keep it on the instrument cluster, and as soon as that turns green, we're going to go. to 60. Didn't get there super fast, but we got quite a bit of weight on here. So it didn't do too bad. That kind of gives you an idea how fast it will pick up speed. That truck thought he was going to be able to outdo me because I had a car on the back and it's a small truck, but he found out differently. So he pulled up next to me. That stoplight's pretty common because it merges. So anyway, that was our 0 to 60 time. Hope you liked that. Obviously going down the road, it's really smooth. I really don't have any complaints on this truck. So if you're thinking about getting one, I'd sure recommend it. And if you would, on this channel, if you like this video and you thought it helped you, why don't you please like and subscribe, and we'll talk to you next time.